works at Manipal Hospital. He's made a niche for himself in the shoulder surgery. Welcome, Dr. Ayyappan.
Respected teachers, very senior teachers in the dais, Chandrababu sir, Ashraf sir, and senior colleagues and friends. I thank Ashraf sir and Uni especially for this opportunity to speak here. And I'll be speaking on DAS, dynamic anterior stabilisation, a new option which we have. I work at Manipal Hospital, Whitefield, Bangalore. Coming to the background of this instability or dynamic anterior stabilisation. All of us are aware that the recurrence rate after the primary instability would be like very in the literature 15% to 35%. It's a pretty huge number. So after every primary Bangalore repair, the chance of repeat instability is quite huge. 10-year papers, 10-year studies have shown that 1/3 patients. Younger the patient, more the chance of dislocation. So we know what are the causes of these dislocations. There is a beautiful paper by Pascal Doyle who talks about the different reasons. We know that bone loss is a very significant, important problem. And we also know soft tissue insufficiency is a problem. It is in this background that Philip Collins developed a dynamic anterior stabilization where the long head of the biceps is cut. A slit is made in the subscapularis and it is fixed on the anterior surface of the glenoid at 3 o'clock position with an interference screw. It's like just how you fix an ACL. So this is the DAS or dynamic anterior stabilization. It's supposed to have excellent results in subcritical bone loss. That means if the bone loss is less than 15%, then definitely it is supposed to have great results. More than 15%, you always have the lethargy to go back to. Indications are, so according to the original indications, up to 20% bone loss you can do dynamic anterior stabilization. In my practice, I do 15%, above 15% I do the lethargy. So up to 15%, and if there is a soft tissue insufficiency, if the patient is a contact athlete, and definitely I would do a dynamic anterior stabilization along with my regular Bangalore repair. If you look at the scoring systems, an IC score of more than 4 or GTIMS score more than 4, we should definitely consider this if the bone loss is less than 15%. Contraindications, that is more than 15%. Associated, you should have a pretty good biceps. That is the main thing. The biceps being operated, it's an injury to the biceps, you can't do this. And next question is, yes, it's a new technique. Is it biomechanically valid? So this particular biomechanical study shows that it works very well and it should be done. If it done, especially in a subcritical bone loss case, it increases the stability. What are the other modifications? The first one which I showed, which is originally developed by Philip Collins, was fixing the biceps into a tunnel, a transosseous tunnel, and fixing with an interference screw. The other modifications are several. So we have our own paper, which was published in Arthroscopy Techniques recently. And here we used a tightrope. We treated the bicep just like an ACL graft. We made a transosseous tunnel and fixed it with tightrope. And the same technique, I'll come to the technique a little later. We can also fix it with all suture anchors. These are all suture anchors. We can fix the biceps in a 3 o'clock position like this. There is also the mini plate. Again, the transosseous tunnel, we can also fix it by a mini plate. Coming to results, it's a new technique, so results are important. How much of results do we have? Is it valuable? Is it functional? Yes. So maximum we have is 2-year-old results. At 2 years, this particular paper again by Ladaman and Philip Collins supposed to have excellent results, no instabilities, and they say that not even biceps cramping or combined deformity is not noticed if you actually do this. This another paper which talks about 1-year results. There is an all suture anchor paper with the fixation with only suture anchors. Again, supposed to have great results. These are the results of 3 patients at 1-year follow-up. This is our case. So 20-year-old male patient, IT professional, recurrent dislocation shoulder 8 to 9 times over the period of last 2 to 3 years. And even the most recent dislocation was reduced in the hospital and IC score was 4/10. MRI was not very different. It was a typical MRI, a Bangalore plus a Hillsash. CT scan, we did a test with circle method and the bone loss was just 12% and it was a non-engaging Hillsash. This is the technique which got published. So this is the arthroscopy, we are doing that is diagnostic arthroscopy is done, and that is the Helsar solution. So first step, I always do a remplissage, I fix the remplissage, and I tie up the remplissage much later. So that is the remplissage being done. Then a typical panther repair. So that is the lower portion of the glenoid, that is 6 o'clock position, 5 o'clock position, we are debriding the cartilage, and we are fixing it with a typical panther repair with suture anchors. That's the 6 o'clock suture anchor. And next, that step is the 4 o'clock position suture anchor. And you can see the labrum is coming on. Here I have used a knotless anchor there. That's a capsule fixed at around 5 o'clock position. And next step, so I finish it here, and then I go back to the long head of biceps. So here, clearing the rotator interval, taking a bite in the biceps, that's the long head of the biceps. You take a bite in the long head of biceps. We cut off the biceps at the root. Now we are coming to the subacromial space. That's the subacromial space. Isolating the biceps there. You can see it is a pretty inflamed biceps. So that biceps is cleared till the upper part of pec, and it is taken out to the anterolateral cord. That's an anterolateral cord, and that's a fiber tightrope. We have size it to 6 millimeters. Then we make a split in the subscap, because that's a split in the subscap with the cannulas coming, and that is the anterior surface of the glenoid. Here, just like how we typically do an ACL, that is a bead pin is passed through, then we drill up to 15 millimeters, because we know by ACLs that 15 is required for graft healing. And then shuttle in. As the shuttling happens, it goes in, the button going in, and then it is flipped on the other side. Then typically how we do to and fro movements with a tightrope, this is pulled in. And then I'm just tugging and seeing how it is nicely fixed in. And the last stage would be the remnant of the capsule would be repaired back on. So this is our technique. And this is the results of this patient at 5 months. So there is no dyskinesis. Movements are excellent. In spite of doing the remplissage, tightening the shoulder, we can see the shoulder movements. Rotations are good. Coming to alternate techniques. So this is the basic technique. So there are modifications we can still do on this. There is this one particular very interesting case we had. So what happened was, this is a typical patient of Bangalore. So two-time dislocation, less than 5% bone loss, but very, very interesting what we had inside. So I was expecting a very simple repair, but what you could see is, in spite of the most meticulous kind of elevation which I have done and mobilization, I was not able to get a perfect atom repair. There is still some gap in the capsule. You can see the capsular gap. You can see that the head is still translating anteriorly. Either I had to go do a lataja in this case, because I'm very sure that is not a fit. Because otherwise I needed some other sling. That is when I used the DAS. So here, it is something very interesting which we did. We pulled the biceps. So you can see the long end of biceps. I've cut it. I'm pulling it into the joint. 2 centimeters of the graft or the biceps is coming into the joint. So I pulled from the posterior part, and then I'm fixing it with a swivel. I've done a bicep tenodesis and ideas of the glenoid. That's my primary fixation there. Now this is our DAS. DAS is done there. The remaining 2 centimeters I've actually rooted onto the anterior surface of the labrum and done a labral reconstruction. So you can see the labral reconstruction now. So you can see the remnant that is 2 centimeters inside. You can at this step, so you can see that the head is more centralized, head is come more in the middle. So you can see that the center of the head there, so beautifully come in the middle. The tension is off the capsule. You can see that capsule is coming more beautifully in. And here this last particular step, see that. So we can did a labrum reconstruction. That is a beautiful new labrum is in place. So here we have a centralized head, capsular tension is off, sling is there, plus we have a labrum. So this is a labrum reconstruction technique which we did. And most commonly, I would say that most simplest technique which we can do is in the DAS is just an interference fixation with the biceps tendon. So we make a split with the subscap and just go on to the anterior surface of the glenoid, fix it with an interference screw, drill it and fix the interference screw, like a spy block. So that is more than enough. That gives an excellent recovery. So and beautifully stabilized. So it is very much important to repair the labrum also after we do the DAS. So this gives you an excellent, because the sling is there, the repair is going to repair the technique is going to be excellent. In summary, this is an excellent technique. So we don't need latagia for everything. Soft tissue insufficiencies, spondylotitis, we need not do it. If you have a slab repair, so if you have a slab tear, and along with that you have instability, definitely this is a technique which you can do. So subcritical bone loss, this is an excellent technique, much simpler to do. There are different options we have, and I think we should all start doing this, the dynamic anterior stabilization, especially in less than 15% bone loss. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Ayyappan Nair sir, for your excellent presentation on dynamic stabilization of shoulder.
Dr. Arabic, I think we recognize and accept the memento from Dr. Ashraf.
ഇത് ഞാനാണോ വരസാണോ
Thank you, dear sir. For our next talk,